Analytics is the discovery, interpretation, and communication of meaningful patterns in data. Especially valuable in areas rich with recorded information, analytics relies on the simultaneous application of statistics, computer programming, and operations research to quantify performance. Analytics often favors data visualization and communication insight. All right, so you heard me talk about what analytics are right at the beginning of this video, and so I'm going to show you how analytics work here on Instagram. Now, the reason I chose to use Instagram for this video is because Instagram is probably one of the biggest platforms of social media that we use next to YouTube. Now, I probably will eventually do an analytics video on YouTube, but I decided to go with Instagram because a lot of you follow me on Instagram. A lot of you have found my YouTube through Instagram. And I know many of you are trying to grow your Instagram platform, and this is the way to do it. Now, analytics are important if you want your Instagram to grow. The reason why it's important is because it's going to tell you a lot of things about your Instagram profile, more than likes and more than comments. And so the one thing you want to do, if you want to see the analytics of your Instagram, you are going to have to turn your Instagram into a business account. That is the only way you can see your analytics. And the reason why you have to have a business account is because a lot of, if not most, but all businesses use analytics to see how their business is performing. So you have to turn your Instagram into a business account. And how you're going to do that, you see this little wheel up here. This is your settings, and what you're going to do. Mine says switch back to personal account, but right here it would basically say switch to a business account. Now, in order to have a business account, you do have to have a Facebook page, not just a personal Facebook, but like create a page on Facebook. So I recommend doing that first. It doesn't have to be public. You don't have to publicize it and make everybody go like your page. It could be about anything. Since Facebook owns Instagram, this is the terms. So create a Facebook page because it gets your analytics through the business page. I don't know how, that's just what you have to do. Mine is just associated with my mental health page that I have on there, which is currently active. So that's how I get my analytics. So once you switch to a business account, these little bars right here will show up, and that is your analytics bar. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you in and show you what the analytics consist of. So you're going to click on this. And mine right here, you can see this is called impressions, and I have 41,582 impressions this week. And I'm going to get into what impressions are versus likes versus engagement versus reach and all of that stuff, because they all mean different things and they will all tell you different things about your Instagram. But first, you're going to have your top posts. These are the top posts of the week. Okay, let me turn the brightness down so you guys can see it a little bit better. These are my top posts through the week, and what you can do is you can click on see more, and this tells me my top post, and it says showing all posted in the last 7 days sorted by impressions. And I will get through how you can sort it through everything, and it just has a bunch of numbers. And you'll just scroll, and this is just from the past week. So we're going to go back. Right here, down here, you're going to see a section called followers. And this basically lets me know how often, what time of the day my followers are looking at my Instagram. So for Wednesdays, the part where my followers are looking at my Instagram the most are anywhere between 7 a.m. and 6 p.m. And this is just judging by all the Wednesdays that I've had my account. So this lets you know when your followers are looking at your account. So this kind of give you an idea of when you may want to post your pictures, okay? I'm not a person who really looks at when I should post my pictures. I just post them, but this, if you really want to really get a feel for when your followers are looking at your pictures, this is a good way to do it. And this basically tells you what these mean. And we're going to get into impressions. Impressions is the total number of times all of your posts have been seen. This is important to know. Your reach, the number of unique accounts that have seen any of your posts. Your profile views is the number of times your profile was viewed. Website clicks, the number of taps on a website in your profile. So if you have a video linked in your profile or a blog post linked, that's what that means. So it's always important, if you have a blog post, a video post, link it in your profile and then share it. That way people can go to your page from your profile. And followers, average time your followers are on Instagram on a typical day. So that just lets you know what that means right there. And so we are going to go to this part that says top posts and see more. But no, before we do that, we're going to go scroll right on this. My reach is 2,942. It says negative 784 from last week. Do not let the negative numbers fool you. Okay, a lot of factors can go into this, okay, because last week was Thanksgiving break. A lot of people were on break. A lot of people went back to work. A lot of people went back to school. So don't let the negative fool you. Every time you look at the negative, it'll kind of bring you down and you'll want to stop doing what you're doing. Do not let the negative fool you, okay? I mean, don't let the negative affect you, I should say. Just keep pushing and doing what you're doing. And profile views is 748 just this week. We are on a Wednesday. And we have website clicks, 13. So that means 13 website clicks from every time I say there's a link in my profile on my picture. That's basically what that means. So we're going to go back to top posts and we're going to click on see more. Now right here it says showing all posted in the past 7 days sorted by impressions. And impressions is basically everyone that has seen my photos within the last 7 days. These photos posted, not all. And you can't sort by all, and I will show you how. So basically what this is showing is it shows it in numerical order, the picture that has the most impressions versus the least. So this number is important. The reason I say it's important is because when you judge your photo based on the amount of comments and the likes, you are limiting yourself to how far your channel or feed is going. So it's important to look at your reach and look at your impressions, because I'm telling you that number will surprise you. So I can scroll all the way down and I see all of these different numbers right here. And this is just this past week. Now what you can do is if you click on impressions, you're going to get this little menu that pops up and you're going to see all, you're going to see photos, and you're going to see video. So you can just sort video impressions for the past 7 days, photos, or all. I usually do all because I don't post too many videos, so I don't have to worry about my number system being filtered by videos. Now you can do impressions, you can do reach, you can do engagement, you can do likes and comments, and then you can do 7 days, 30 days, 3 months, 6 months, a year, and 2 years. So it only goes to 2 years. And so my Instagram is only about 1.5 years old, or maybe a little bit less than that. I can see my entire Instagram feed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go through these different categories right here. So we saw impressions. So what I'm going to do is click on reach and I'm going to click apply. And what that tells me, as you see, the pictures have changed a little bit. And the reach is basically unique visitors. Maybe someone that hasn't been to your profile before. That's what a unique visitor is when someone who hasn't been to your profile but they saw your picture because of hashtags or for whatever reason. So that's the difference between impression and reach. Reach is unique and impression is overall. So that's what that means if you're a little confused. So the numbers have changed a little bit right here, and this pretty much lets you know what your reach is. And so we click on reach again and we can go through engagement. Engagement is basically people who have liked and people who have commented. So if I click on this one, this quote one, which a lot of people love, the one that says I love planners, highlighters, things that help make it seem like I got my life together. As you can see, I have 158 likes. And I have 12 comments. So that is basically likes and comments combined. So that's your engagement. And then we click on likes, which is self-explanatory. And this is usually how I do my top 4, you know. And that's the 7 days. But top 4 I usually do for 30 days. So if I want to do 30 days and do likes, this is where my top 4. I didn't post a Donald Trump one on purpose. But I did these top 4 right here. And when you want to see what your followers are liking, this is a good way to tell. For the past 30 days, you can say, okay, This got likes because, you know, we were in an election. But if you want to see what your followers are liking and what they're not liking, I can see that my followers love the style photography. So that lets me know I should continue to do style photography. And at the bottom, when I go through to the last photo, I'm just going to keep scrolling until I get to, it doesn't scroll anymore, 98. Now, just because this is the least amount of likes throughout the month, it's 96 likes. That's still a good amount of likes. Does it mean I should stop doing it? No. You should not stop posting something unless you're just not getting any type of engagement on it at all. No type of impressions, nothing. I say it should be less than 20 if you decide to stop doing it. But it just lets you know what your viewers like. Like, for instance, they love the washi. This is style photography. Style photography right here, which is this one for my weekly spread. It lets me know that my followers love seeing styled photography. And that right there is going to let you know what your followers love seeing from you. And that is what I mean when I mention checking your analytics. This right here, looking at this maybe once a week, or I say look at it once a week, and go from there. If you look at it every day, it's going to overwhelm you. You're going to say, oh, they like this. No, they don't like this. Or they like this. If you look at it once a week and kind of just get a general idea of what the followers are liking once a week, and then at the end of the month, see if anything has changed, then you can go from there. But analytics are very important if you want your channel to grow. Whether it's Instagram, whether it's your blog, whether it's YouTube, it is very important to look at your analytics because it's going to help you. And a good thing to do is always ask your followers or your subs, what kind of things would you like to see? You know, you can easily post a text photo and say, you know, what do you guys want to see more of on my Instagram? Or in your video, you can easily end your video by saying, if there's any video content you guys want to see, let me know. And that gets engagement and that gets content out there that your viewers want to see because they have suggested it. So that is the top post for the past 30 days. And so that is the likes. So if I want to look at, you know, just impressions, which is overall everything, just everybody who's seen my photo for the past 30 days, we're going to go, impressions for the past 30 days. And we're going to refresh. And so impressions, that one is still up there, which I am not surprised. It was, you know, this was a historical election. But as you can see, a lot of people loved this style photography with the washi. They just really loved it, and that lets me know, okay, we're in the planner community. We love washi, but we also love style photography, especially when there's good lighting. So that lets me know, okay, continue to do style photography. Now, when you find out that your viewers or your followers love a certain thing, it doesn't mean that's all you should do. You should continue to do the variety. This just lets you know to continue doing what you're doing and continue to be better at it and learn from it. And you can always learn to make your pictures better. Like, for instance, I always find, you know, I can do a little bit better lighting or a little bit better color. You're never an expert at something. You can never have too much information. There's always room to grow. So that is how you basically figure out how your Instagram is doing. Just going through every single thing. Looking at your likes, your comments. Your comments is good to go through here and see, but you pretty much know your comments right off the bat when somebody comments, whether they like it or not. But the thing you really want to look at is your impressions, your engagement, and your reach. Those three things will tell you more than your comments and more than your likes. Because you may only have 50 likes on a picture, which to me, I don't think that's a small amount. You may only have 50 likes on a picture, but if you look at your engagement and it's 1,000 and something, or your impressions and it's 1,000 and something, your photo is reaching a lot more people than you realize, and that's huge. If you can get a huge number like that for impressions, that lets you know you're doing something right. Just because you may not have likes, there are people who just go through Instagram feeds. They don't like photos. Your photo may end up in the explore page, which mine has ended up there quite a few times, especially if you hashtag it. And once you figure out what those numbers mean for you, you can only go up. So yeah, that is a video. I hope I covered everything. I think I covered everything that I needed to cover. There's also a blog post on this, which will be down below. And I do hope you found this video helpful. If there was something that maybe you had a question on and I didn't answer it, I apologize. Please ask me down below and I'll be happy to answer it. But please, please, please make sure it's a question I didn't answer in the video. There's a lot of information here, and sometimes I forget to mention things, so if I didn't answer it in the video, I will be happy to answer it in the comments. And with that said, I do hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was informative. I hope it does help you, and I will see you all next time. Bye.